ThaBoxingvoice.com live here with Dan Birmingham, trainer of Keith one-time Thurman. We got a question from the public. Rockman Ingram says, when I see Keith throw combinations, even with pad work, he rarely seems to throw straight conventional punches. Does his punch selection and execution make him different than everyone else?
Well, I always tell him to go by the jab. And usually it's the straight right hand, and then we throw the hooks and the uppercuts.
Christopher Riley says, Keith seemed to box very well against Leonard Bundu, who was a southpaw. Do you foresee Manny's southpaw stance being an issue for Keith?
Not at all, not at all. We have some good sparring partners that are southpaw, that emulate Manny's style, so I don't think that'll be a problem at all.
Andre Diaconio in New Jersey says, how do you feel about the current state of boxing in America?
I think it's great. I think it's great. Keith is going to be one of those guys that are going to go down as a legend because not only does he fight well, he speaks well.
Dominic in Seattle says, hi, Dominic from Seattle here. Are you watching the Floyd fight with Pac-Man, a fight that was beautiful science of boxing, or Jeff Horn's bigger man and a bully fight to learn the blueprint to knock Pacquiao out, Little Pac-Man?
I actually watch both fights because we don't know really till fight night what Pacquiao's going to bring. So in that regard, we want to be ready for whatever he brings.
Andre Diagono in Jersey says, do you have any unknown boxer under your wing that we need to look out for in the next 12 to 24 months? What happened to your heavyweight?
Right now he's working a job. Jordan Sanders, he was a two-time U.S. champion. And Mikhail Teal, he's an up-and-comer. He had a setback, he had a loss his last fight. Fought a real tough kid. But I think he'll bounce back and do some great things.
Thomas Boyd says, what was the one thing you seen in Keith that would convince you he was the goods?
His toughness, his ferocity, his diversity. You know, he can adjust to any situation.
Dan Birmingham from Castle Hill Guild. Dan Birmingham, how much easier has it been bringing up Keith to be this boxing star status as opposed to Winky, who was robbed a couple of times and had to really earn everything, every single thing he was given in a nutshell? Can you compare working with Don King opposed to working with PBC for us? Just some of the pros and cons. Thanks, Dan, and good luck to the team.
Well, Wink worked with Don King for a little while. Don King's a great promoter. You know, he's a legend in the sport. I enjoyed working with Don. I enjoy working with Al. It doesn't matter who I work with, really. It's the fighter that means everything in the end of the day.
Nelson, Dominican Nelson from West Palm, Florida says, hey, yo, Dan, who do you want Keith to fight next after he whips Pac-Man?
That's entirely up to Keith, but there's a lot of big names out there. Spence and Crawford, huge names, huge fights, but in the end, it's Keith's decision.
But who would you like? What style matchup as a trainer do you see easier for preparation? Is it the ambidextrous Terrence Crawford, which is like 2 training camps, right? You got to train for Southpaw, got to train for Orthodox, or is it, I don't know who else is out there, right? Like a Danny Garcia maybe, or a Sean Porter, or Terrence Crawford.
Crawford, Spence, Garcia,
and Earl.
And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I gotta ask, do you think that his energy is different where he hears me, because he goes off? Because we all know him. Like, I asked him, I don't know, 20-something questions from the public. They're all saying, you better not duck me. That's his catchphrase. That's his slogan. But that energy kind of changed now. It went from, you better not duck me, till, see you 2020, I'm hurt, you want to fight this Keith Thurman, that fight don't make sense right now, we got to let it marinate. Kind of energy's changed now. What's up?
Keith has a lot of great sayings. He could probably be a great writer if he wanted to. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Pacquiao and Thurman. And when Keith wins this fight, after the fight, you're going to hear a lot more sayings from Keith.
Info Joe in California says, what up, Dan? Do you use any training methods or words of wisdom to push Keith that the late Ben Getty, rest in peace, used when he was training Keith?
Yeah, there's one in particular, and it's, go get him, kid. Go get him.
And Gross says, how many miles do your fighters run daily or every other day?
They run daily. They run 5 and 6 days a week, and usually it depends on the run. If it's a day that we incorporate sprints, you know, his run would be maybe 3 or 4 miles, but he's run up to 10 miles in a day.
Wow. But that's Keith.
That's Keith.
What do you ask from your other fighters?
Well, it depends on the fighter. And it depends
10 miles?
Yes. Yeah, he's run 10 miles before.
Wow. Daily?
Not daily.
Oh,
daily would say between 3 and 5.
Okay.
Depending on how he feels and what kind of run that he wants to do.
Well, Dan, that's all the questions from the public, man. Thank you again. Thank you.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.